Hello guys, I'm MikeMan7918, and as you can tell, I am not in Minecraft like usual. Um, so, yeah, some of you probably just clicked on this video because you're curious to see what it is and have no idea what the game is. Some of you are probably subscribed to me and then know what this game is, which I'm sure is actually very unlikely. It's not near as popular as like Minecraft and Portal and all that, but anyway, some of you probably just searched up the game and found this video, but it doesn't really matter how you found it. I'm just wondering, well, okay, might as well tell you, this game is called Kerbal Space Program. As you can see, I am orbiting, I guess, an Earth analog, you might say. And, yeah, this is a Kerbal guy. And I got my ship here. This actually does, use real space physics. As you can see, it's kind of hard for me to, like, completely null my velocity with this ship of mine. Pretty close. But, yeah, this is Jebediah Kerman. Right click. Oh, yeah, I turned off the GUI stuff. So, Jebediah Kerman, Kerman. So, anyway, I'm actually thinking I might want to make videos on this, game. So, because I bet I could do stuff. I just barely had to reset my, not world, you might actually call it a universe, because there's more planets out here there you can explore. I guess it is kind of like Cube World in that the objective is to explore, but it's different in that it's not made of cubes, as you can tell. Seems pretty obvious. And, you don't need to gather resources, because you actually have unlimited. It's just you gotta get things into space. The still in its, like, it's still in, like, beta and stuff, so it's not, the official release is not out yet. Boots. Anyway, so the official release is not out yet, but might as well fly around a bit while I'm talking. Whoa. Okay, there's a cat beneath me trying to do stuff. Tip over a trash can. Anyway, as I was saying, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I just barely reset my saves. I've only actually done 2 flights into space. One is a space probe and one is this one. So that's nice. I soon do intend on doing more stuff, like traveling to the moon over there. Oh yeah, I actually have not played Cube World. Oh yeah, what I was saying. Kerbal Space Program, still in its beta stages. It's no official release yet. The current version is 0.21.1. So, yeah, can't wait for version 1.0 to come out. That would be awesome. Because it's been improving quite steadily. Let me just barely added a few new buildings to the launch complex. In fact, I think I'm just going to enter the ship and show you real quick. Anyone who actually plays Kerbal Space Program, I actually highly suggest not really watching it in this video, because mostly it's going to be an introduction to the game. Cats. They're so annoying sometimes. And this one that I have is named Oreo and is always, like, way too playful. It's always playing with my feet and stuff like that. So playful, it's annoying, and so cute you can't get mad at him. So, anyway, I'm gonna go back to the Space Center. And, wait for it. There we go. So as you can see, it's night right now in the Space Center. But, there's a few things you can do. You got the runway right over here, the space plane hangar. You can also just build regular old planes. You got the astronaut complex. This is something that's still being worked on. You can't select it, but it's the mission control building. This is the tracking station, where you can, like, I guess you can, explore the solar system. And, yeah, the other one, there's got the vehicle assembly building and the launch pad. I might as well also show you the solar system here in Kerbal Space Program. I really do highly suggest you get it. It's like $26 or something like that, about the same price as Minecraft, and it is worth it if you are, like, I guess it's not really meant for people who, like games like Minecraft and Cube World, where you just kind of play around. You don't need any technical knowledge. Yeah, by the way, vehicle assembly building and launch pad. But, it's not like that. Like, you know, you actually do need a lot of technical knowledge for this if you don't just want to, you know, blow up a few rockets. Because it actually does rely on space physics quite a lot. Of course it does. It's a space flying game. And, yeah. So, yeah, as I was saying, I might as well, I guess, give you a tour of the Kerbal solar system. It's supposed to be like an alternate solar system. You know, I don't know whether it be alternate universe or what, but, you know, this is not the same solar system that we live in. This is the sun, also known as Kerbal, the big old sun. Pretty self-explanatory. Here we got a planet called Moho. It's similar to Mercury. Yeah. Okay, I gotta take this flight really quick and cover it. There. So, okay, back to what I was doing. I kept forgetting to do that, putting it off too much. Yeah, this is Moho right here. And, let's see. Yeah, this year's Eve. Oh, yeah, I totally forgot to mention this. Why didn't I think to mention this before? I know I have not been posting videos for the past 2 weeks. 1 week I was on vacation. This week, I've been trying to get a video out on the, you know, like the Sinister server that I've been accepted on, you know, and, yeah, it hasn't really been up that much lately. Yeah, also I'm working on an epic Minecraft adventure map, so look forward to it. Anyway, this is Eve. It's kind of like Venus, except there is one moon called Gilly. Just a little asteroid-like thing in a very irregular orbit. So, you know, next there's good old Kerbin. I'm actually just going to do this. Focus on the ship. Yeah, planet Kerbin. Okay, right here. It's, I guess, the Earth analog. I mean, it's where the, all the Kerbal people live. The launch center is... Let's see if I can locate it. Ah, there it is. Right here. See that little flat area? Well, I guess a big flat area, but that's where the launch center is located. And then I got 2 things in orbit. This is the Gemini, which I've just been flying, and then we got Stay Put Nick. And then here we got the Mun, the moon analog here. It's just similar to it. I have actually not seen it since the new update. They've really been changing around the terrain of this. So many more craters. It'll be so much more treacherous to land here now. But anyway, yeah, that actually is another moon of Kerbin. There's not really another moon of Earth, but this one is actually called Minimus here, as you can see. It's got these little, like, frozen lakes or whatever they might be, and then, you know, hills. It has really interesting terrain. I mean, this is actually perfectly smooth. You can literally, like, land a space plane on it. I mean, that's something a lot of people do. That's a way to land on Minimus. So, beyond Kerbin, we got Duna. Duna, as you can tell, is very Mars-like. Looks like Mars. And it's pretty much the same. And it's got a moon named Ike. You know, the real Mars, it's got Phobos and Deimos. They're just 2 asteroid-like moons that circle it. This is Ike. It's actually the biggest moon in comparison to the planet it orbits. So, like, you know, I guess if the size of the planet was considered a 1, the size of the moon, this one would be the biggest in all of the... Whatever. Moving on. This is Ike. It's a moon. So, then we got Dress. Can't remember what this one's all about. Yeah, I think it's just like some dwarf planet. It orbits about a moon-sized type object, and it orbits the sun. Kerbal. I'm going to show you Jewel Ash. This is the awesomest, I think. It's a gas giant. But here we got Elu. This, I guess, is the Pluto analog, but it also is kind of similar to Jupiter's moon. What's it called? I can't remember the name now. Come on. One of Jupiter's moons that's all icy and has water underneath it. And that's kind of what this is supposed to be, but it's like, you know, far away, kind of like Pluto. Very, very hard to get to. The very hardest to get to, you know, one that takes the very most fuel, the very, like, hardest, like, strategic spaceship design, that would be this one, Jewel, the gas giant. It's got a huge amount of gravity, so that means getting into an orbit around it requires huge amounts of fuel. And plus, you've actually got to get there by, you know, getting yourself in this trajectory somewhat like this. And so, you know, that takes tons of fuel as well, because you're changing your orbit around the sun. But yeah, this is it, Jewel. You actually can crash into the surface. It's programmed as like a solid planet, but it's not advised to do that. Okay, and plus there's no spacecraft configuration powerful enough to actually land on this. So it's impossible anyway. Anyway, it's got a few moons. There's Lathe right here. This one's really cool. It's actually supposed to have an oxygen atmosphere. It's like oceans. It is a fully habitable planet. The thing is, at the moment, Kerbals actually cannot take off their spacesuits. It's literally impossible to do that in the game. So that's a bit awkward. But still, like, you know, once they do add that, then hopefully, not hopefully, I'm sure they will actually make it so you can, you know, take off your spacesuit without dying here in this awesome planet. It also will be difficult to land because there's just little patches of land everywhere. Here we got Vol. There are actually like little Easter eggs all over the game, like all over planets, just little things you have to find. And you know, one of them on Vol is just one crazy. They actually have like a Stonehenge type thing, just little mysterious things with some kind of, you know, unusual story behind them, if any, you know. Here we got Tylo, nothing too special, just Rocky Moon. Then we got Bop, which is an asteroid type thing. And then Pole right here. You know, another quite treacherous to land on planet. Well, I guess it's a moon. But that's it for the Kerbal system. There's nothing outside the solar system here. That's it. But, you know, so far the farthest I've actually gone in any mission is one single successful mission to Duna, landing a rover. That's really it. So, yeah, that's that. Yeah, there's Kerbin. So as you can see, you can actually like see the year 1, day 1. So literally in one day, well, technically 2 hours of Kerbin time. You can actually accelerate time, but in 2 hours, I've got the first space probe and the first like manned mission to orbit. It's really weird because you design when you design a ship, time is actually stopped. Right? Actually, I think they fixed that. Maybe I don't know, but I'm pretty sure time might be stopped. If not, it's going in, like, you know, real time. But you can design a ship pretty darn quick-ish. And then when you launch it, all it has to do is actually just go through a short loading screen. It's like they instantly build a ship. That's another thing that's probably going to be fixed before the official release. But yeah, it's really weird. So it took me 2 hours. Like, you know, I haven't really done much time acceleration. So, yeah. There's actually monuments all around Kerbin. Like, for example, one on, there's an island right here. You see that? It's not very hard to get to from the Kerbal Space Center. And, you actually have, like, an Air Force base. Just neat little stuff like that. So, I might as well show you Stay Putnik. Well, Stay Putnik. I use the same launch vehicle for both of these. It seems to work pretty well. I'm just going to call it my official light launch vehicle. For the, like, these tiny little payloads. This is Stay Putnik right here. Little space probe. A docking port, as you can see. So it can actually, like, have a ship, you know, dock onto it and carry it over to some space station somewhere. That'll be awesome. You know, I may eventually want it to make a... Let's see. Okay, I'm really running out of fuel in this. No, I'm not running out, but I just don't have much left because I'm not using any. I was just wondering if maybe I could do a rendezvous and dock with this thing. But, yeah, I think that would be cool to actually have this a permanent part of the space station because it's the first object that I got into orbit successfully. So that'll just be an awesome little relic I'll carry around. Just, you know, tucking it around orbit and stuff and hoping I do not crash. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of Kerbal Space Program. Actually, it's probably a good idea to show me how you assemble. Well, show you how you assemble the rockets and stuff. Should I? You know, I might as well. So I guess just this is you select the command pod of some kind, You can have like, well, you got this thing even. It's like an external command seat. You can control things. You know, you got a few space plane type stuff. Like, you know, bigger capsules. You can actually choose the crew you have in the mission. Currently Jebediah is up in orbit. These are the other two elite pilots. There's three of them, Bill, Bob, and Jebediah. Two totally normal names, and then Jebediah, which is far from normal. And then I got this guy that I accidentally hired, and it turns out you cannot fire them. So, you know, you can like name the spacecraft, put it in a description. You can actually have like action groups. Of course, you can't build onto the ship. You know, they got stuff like jet engines, aerospike engines, fuel tanks of all sorts. You know, you've got like SAS modules. They're pretty much like gyroscope rotational systems, RCS thrusters, all that good stuff. Various structural elements, wings and fins and nose cones. And you got docking ports and solar panels and batteries and crew storage systems and, you know, lights, ladders, wheels, and scientific equipment. That's pretty much that. Like, to, you know, add a part to a ship, all I do is you simply, you know, pick it out from the bunch and place it on. You know, you can like, dang it, there's nothing here, but if you actually had, like, say, I'm going to put on an engine, this one's good, then you can, like, you know, you can play around with like the staging sequence and stuff like that, like push space to stage. I'm just wondering if I should make videos on this. Please give me your feedback. Ironically, usually when I ask for feedback, that's when I get the least. So please actually give me feedback this time. You know, that would be nice. Because, you know, I'd like to know if I'd like to make videos on this. I mean, I don't want to bore you guys by a video. I don't want to, you know, post videos and then I just have nobody watch them because they're bored by them and they just want Minecraft stuff. Or if you think this game looks interesting, you want to see me do stuff on it. And you, then, yeah, please say so. And if you want to buy it yourself, just, well, if you Google KSP, Kerbal Space Program, you know, just KSP, like that, then it will, you know, it'll actually come up. The first thing is kerbalspaceprogram.net, I think, net or com, I don't know. The Kerbal Space Program website. The second one is the Kerbal Space Program wiki. So, you know, it's pretty easy to find it if you want to buy it. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. My name is MikeMan7918, and I will see you all next time.